Hello, my soul lovers. I hope you're all well. This is Empire 333 here with my divine feminine and divine masculine reading. I missed you guys. I didn't get a chance to do a reading last week and it was delayed. I had to move my personal readings around. Anyways, long story short, it got delayed. So I thank you for all those that I rescheduled and moved around. I really appreciate your patience and understanding. Okay, so let's get into the reading, guys. I'm picking up from spirit that a lot of you are triggered. A lot of you are tired of waiting. Okay, a lot of you feel that things are getting delayed right now, and it's just about, you've lost your patience. Okay, so I pulled some cards with the energy already, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Okay, so what I feel, and then we'll get into tarot with the masculine and feminine energies. The first deck I'm using is the energy oracle cards. So I'm gonna just get into this. Okay, so what I'm feeling here when it has to do with this, okay? So this has a lot to do with what action you're taking when it has to do with your romantic connections, okay? So what theme is coming up a lot is about the light and the dark, okay? So there's the light, there's the dark, okay? So, what I want to say with this energy, we can get into this. I can talk about this for hours when it comes to the light and dark, but I don't have that much time. So, the light, okay, is the spiritual aspect, the dark is the physical aspect of you, okay? However, this aspect of the light and dark gets so distorted when it comes to like the spiritual communities and all this stuff, okay? I just want to tell you all that the dark is what started creation, okay? There's nothing wrong with dark energy, okay? Um, they are all aspects of us. We have the light and the dark. And the thing is that some people fear the dark so much that they actually judge it, okay? So what happens here is that your ego starts judging the dark, and it has to do with a lot of finger pointing. you know um don't pay attention to envy card because that doesn't ring in this reading right now, okay? But it's more of like, what I'm getting here is that judging other people by what decisions they make, okay? Judging people for how they're behaving, they're acting, and just, kind of, how should I say this? Okay, let's get back to the light and dark in each person, right? So you judge someone when they do a certain behavior because you don't like that aspect of them, right? You don't like it, you can't stand it if they do something that you deem as dark, okay? So what happens here is that you're denying a part of yourself because everybody has light, everybody has the dark part of them, okay? So what you're doing is you're denying a part of you, which means that you're not loving yourself fully. You're not embracing those parts of you, okay? Because we all have it. And this has a lot to do with why you feel unbalanced. Why, when someone does something like that, it's so like you can't stand it. It like breaks your heart. It you just like it's so ugly to you because you're not accepting the part of you that you have a dark side to, okay? Because what I want to say, this is what I want to say, okay? For those of you, I just heard you. Well, I never do anything that's wrong. I never do anything that's ugly. All I do is love, okay? So everybody's dark aspects are not going to be the same, but everybody has dark aspects, okay? They come in different forms and they're all within you. So what happens here is like you got to embrace that part. You got to embrace the spiritual side and the ego side. There is nothing wrong with the ego, okay? But what happens is like some egoic behaviors turn into, they make you go through that downward spiral, okay, is what spirit is saying, okay? But sometimes your ego saves you. Your ego could save you too. So do you understand how I'm trying to communicate and transfer this message? Is like, you got to love and embrace all parts of you, the light and the dark, because if you don't love it in yourself, you're not going to love it in the other person. And what you need is unconditional love in any relationship, okay? Especially when it comes to these type of relationships, divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame, soulmate, call it what you will, okay? This has a lot to do with that, because you're going to go through the darkness, okay? And you have to accept, okay, the dark sides of you and the person you're dealing with. And this is in every relationship. I don't want to say just that these type of relationships, but these type of relationships even more, because where there is darkness, okay, how should I say that? Where there's light, there has to be darkness, okay? That's what creation was built upon. That's how the earth was created, okay? The universe, everything, all there is, okay? It started with the dark, okay? So I'm going to get into, let's get into the feminine energy first, okay? With the tarot, I'm using the Witch's Tarot. Ha. I just did Pisces, and that's one of the cards they got. Hold on, guys. I feel ya. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling with the feminine energy. The feminine energy is learning how to love themselves at this time, okay? Focus on them, focus on their healing, focus on moving past, you know, the darkness that we say, you know, just like the lotus that grows in the murky waters, trying to overcome that, okay? But what I'm feeling here is like you're ready for new love, okay? You could be ready for new love with someone else or with the person that you are thinking about when you're watching this reading. However, it's like love can't be rushed, is what Spirit's saying. You want the person just to come running in, rushing in, you know. And the thing is like, things take time. Good things always take time, okay? And the universe has their timing of when things are perfectly aligned for you to experience, okay? So I feel like you want it now, okay? And that a lot of you are frustrated because you don't have communication from your person. The communication is not there, okay? And that makes you go into these thoughts of like, okay, they're not here. Even though I'm working spiritually with them, maybe you're working energetically, maybe you're trying to align their energies, trying to heal whatever is that the swords that are between you two, okay? But you're overthinking, you're worrying about, you know, why they are not communicating. That is, okay, Spirit is saying tough love, you guys, here. That is not the end all be all, guys. Getting communication from your person, a message, reaching out, whatever, that's not the end all be all, okay? And some of you might think, okay, this is what I want to say. You want this, right? You want this. You want someone to pour their cup out to you, pour their love out to you, and that is stability, right? You don't want this one day and then the next day it's gone. But your energy here, because it's the ego, and the ego in this aspect is not helping. You want it rushed. You want them to rush right in and like capture your heart and that kind of thing, you know. And just reach out. Why couldn't they just send me a text? Why can't they just say hello? Why can't they just say, how are you? You know, don't they care about me? There's all these things racing through your mind, okay? But this is the ego. And that's why Spirit is saying, listen, We know you don't see what's going on behind the scenes, obviously. I'm sorry, they're making me laugh, guys. You know you don't see the things we're doing, obviously, right? But what you want is not realistic, they're saying, okay? And it's because what you want, it's like you're so rushing this now because you're sick of waiting. You want them to come rushing in your person that you're not really realizing that there has to be a lot of stable things. Okay, Saturn, of course, the Lord Saturn here is in the skies, guys. And you know, Lord Saturn is very slow. Everything slows down. And why? It's because it's to stabilize things, okay? So there's been some, maybe in your life or with this person, there's been a lot of delays, okay? It's because of Saturn. Saturn is slow, but let me tell you, Saturn's good aspect is that, um, and you know, all the spirits and deities that govern Saturn, it's stable, okay? It is stable. Okay, sorry, I didn't even ask. So let me get into the masculine energies. And I hope you all know what it means. So Saturn, okay, it's like, yes, it's the karma, the karmic lessons. It's slow energy. You feel like when is something going to happen, but it governs stability. It governs um, marriage, okay? So commitment, like devotion, like that kind of thing, like something that is long term is Saturn, okay? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. Just like how people call, you know how people call in astrology the of course Saturn comes out. Um, what is it called? The Saturn return, or in Eastern astrology, Vedic, sidereal, it's called the Sadhisati. So it's your Saturn return, which happens like for like around, I think when you're, it starts when you're like 28, but really technically 30. That's why it's so slow. And that's why we just got Saturn. Okay? Look at that. Speaking of the devil, right? No, not calling them devil. Okay? But this is the world card. Okay? This is about someone's indecisiveness, okay? Someone not making a decision, okay? This has been going on for a long time, but what's happening while this person is inconsistent? The masculine energy here. They're indecisive, they can't make up their mind to make a decision. This is a big decision, okay? When it comes to a connection which is on and off for a long time, okay? Let me know how long you've known your person in the comments below. This is about them learning what they need to learn to make the decision, because you don't want someone to come back and they're still confused. Do you want that? No, I don't think so, right? Like, you don't want someone who's confused and doesn't realize what they have in front of their face, okay? Excuse me, guys. So that's why they're learning the lesson, because they need to close out that cycle of their indecisiveness. I don't know if I can show this, but they need to close out that, you know, that karmic lesson, whatever they're supposed to learn or realize, okay, to open up, to wake up to, in order to close this. So what Spirit is saying here is like, they're not done yet, darlings. They're not done learning the lesson. The masculine is not done, okay? The masculine needs to get in control. This is the Emperor card. This is like masculine energy. You know what I just got from Spirit? What they said is the masculine is trying to figure out where their home is. Okay, this is okay. This is interesting. What do you guys mean by that? Okay, so this is what it's telling me. The masculine energy is trying to get stable to realize where their real home is, okay? So it doesn't matter what situation the masculine is in. I feel like a lot of the masculines are in a situation, my nose is itching, that they're in a home environment they don't want to be in. And I know this has come up so many times. There's in some type of a home environment for some of you that they don't want to be in. So the masculine is trying to level up. And for those of you who don't have a masculine that's in a home situation they don't like, this just means to really think about long term where they belong, okay? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting from the masculine. Let's see. Let's pull one more card, guys. This is interesting energies. Yes. Because they don't have the faith right now to take this risk, okay? So here's the thing. The masculine plays differently than you do, okay? Feminines or whoever's watching. The masculine energy plays in a different way where it's like the feminine is always willing to take a risk, okay? But the masculine is not ready to jump, is what they're saying, okay? So this is what I want to say when it's compared to the feminine energy. So for my feminines, it's like you want this new love. You've been through the ringer, right? It's like, you know, you got your heart broken, it's stepped all over, whatever it is, you're like picking up the dust and just like healing yourself and trying to overcome all the sorrow you went through, right? And you're just like, okay, that's fine, you know, I'm healing, I'm loving myself more, whatever, but I still want them to come back. I still want them to rush in. I still want them, I want to hear a message from them. You're willing to take that risk, right? Because that's a risk. Because when they come back, you don't know how they're coming back, right? So you're willing to go for the adventure here, right? Because the King of Wands here, this is adventure, right? You're willing, you're like, okay, I don't care. I just want them to come back in and, you know, just give me their love or, you know, whatever. For some of you, you're just like, I just want to hear from them or I just want to see them, okay, is what I'm getting from some of you. But the masculine here is thinking long term, okay? Saturn is long term, like I said, right? The World card. This is about long term cycles, okay? And that's why the masculine is trying to take on the Emperor energy of being control of what decision to make in order for them to get out of the cycle they're on, close it out, and start with a new cycle. And that's going to be a risk. That's the risk they're going to take. They're not ready for this risk, is what Spirit is saying. You might be ready, feminines, but masculine is not ready, okay? So let's go further into my feminines. If you hear my stomach growling, it's because I'm hungry, okay? Someone asked me once, why don't you eat? And it's because I channel. So when I eat, I get really heavy and it affects my body to channel spirit, okay, guys? Just want to let you know. Let's see. All right, yeah. Some of you just want to know, my feminines want to know, so is this just wishful thinking? Is the masculine not ever coming back? Are they not, it's like you're questioning your wishes. You're questioning your intention. You're questioning, like, should I stop dreaming about this? Okay? But this has to do with decisions also, okay? I do feel that this is interesting. I'm getting something for someone like, okay, this is what I want to say. For some of you, you're really focusing on astrology when it comes to time predictions, okay? Spirit as always says, and they're saying it now also, astrology is not everything, okay? The universe doesn't work on time. so much, that's a human construct, okay? So don't deal so much, don't deal. Don't rely so much on predictions when it has to do with time, okay? That's why in my personals too, I don't always give like definite, like, okay, it's gonna happen, July 25th, that they're coming July 25th or whatever. Um, this is about you focusing not on the time, okay? Distracting yourself and not focusing on, not basing your decision on what you're going to do when it has the time. So some of you, this is what I want to say. This is what Spirit is saying. Some of you said to yourself, for example, scenario, if they don't come to me by August 1st, I am moving on. Like that kind of stuff, okay? Great things take time. That's what they just said. Okay, so it's up to you whether you're waiting. I'm sure some of you have asked that question or want to, book a reading to ask that question. Like, okay, if they don't come back. So this is what I want to say. I don't know how other people do their readings, but when it comes to me, I do sometimes give dates if Spirit gives dates. But I can tell you soon or not. But the thing is that sometimes Spirit doesn't want to tell you when they're going to come around because it might shape your present now, okay? I'm telling you, Spirit works in mysterious ways. So if I told you, like, hey, Jackie, like, you know what's going to happen? Your person is going to come around August 15th. And if I tell you that now, you might change whatever you're doing now around. And maybe that's whatever you're doing now, you're supposed to be doing. So it's kind of like your destiny, you're moving your destiny around, but maybe that can also alter your person coming in. Okay? That's a scenario, guys. So think of other scenarios too. So don't get so hung up on the date when this happens or when they come in or if they are or not. You know what I mean? Do whatever it is. Okay, so this is what I just got. For some of you, whatever you're doing now is going to put you in the limelight, okay? So that is your purpose. So if this person came in right now, they might mess things up. So sometimes we got to sacrifice certain things in order for us to be living our destiny, okay? It doesn't mean this person might never come back. But what it means is that this is not the right timing. Spirit knows best. They just said that, okay? They talk so funny right now sometimes. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, the masculine energy, it's like they're not ready to make moves. I feel that for those of you who are with a masculine that has temper problems is what I'm getting. Mean, rude, short fuse kind of energy. They're making improvement on that, okay? But they're not great. Let me just tell you. For those of you, okay, you know who you are, that you've got a masculine that's got a short temper, short fuse, okay? They're making improvement. And sometimes what happens is that when someone is in this energies, Spirit, and this has come up before, like Spirit comes into the connection and just like breaks it off. Either it's like you get so hurt by what this person said that you can't even talk to them or look at their face anymore. That's when you know you need a break from them. It's that type of energy I'm getting. So whoever has been experiencing this kind of energy where it's like they're mean, they're rude, they're belittling, that hurt you, whatever it is, it's like, no, they're not ready yet. They are making improvement, but sometimes Spirit's like, no, 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 get away from her, get away from him. Like it's like that kind of protection energy that I'm feeling, guys. So don't be dismayed if you're a person, if you're masculine, whoever is acting like this and being mean or whatever. Spirit's gonna stop that. They are, and like I said, I've said this before, like if you continue to listen to this or experience this, because you're always in charge, guys, right? You're always in power. Spirit is gonna, it turns into abuse. That's what it is. Okay, it turns into abuse if you're like emotional abuse is what I want to say, because they're, it's like you feel like they're messing with their emotions. You know, you feel like that when they do that, right? So here the masculine is like not ready to make an offer, okay? They're not ready to make an offer. They're not in the place where they're going to emotionally, they don't have emotional freedom right now, is what I'm getting, okay? Something else is really, whatever decision they need to make to close out their cycle is getting in the way. And that's why they don't have the, they're not taking the risk right now. They're not making any moves. They're like, I don't have all my stuff ready, okay? I don't have my sword. I don't have my cup. I don't have my pentacle. I don't have my, you know, wand in the right way. Whatever it is, they're not making any moves, okay? Oh, I gotta pull one more for the feminine to make it even. Spirit just said, don't make any decisions out of haste. Okay. I know some of you are really upset with your masculine. It's like you want to tell them off because they're not communicating with you. They might be ignoring you. Um, oh, and what I'm getting from some of you is that the masculine is like stalking you on social media or whatever it's called, research. I got someone who said it's called research. Okay. That sounds better, but whatever. Stalking, research, call it what you will. They're watching you on social media, and you're so annoyed because it's like they've ignored your messages, but at the same time, they're like, you know, looking at your pictures 25 times a day. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. And it's like, yeah, been there. But don't make any decisions out of haste. You know, you should be flattered, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, you should be flattered. I'm telling you, they crack me up. So yeah, don't take that so seriously where you like, you know, reach out to them and say, hey, why are you looking at my pictures, or that kind of, I'm getting that kind of energy. Why are you ignoring me but looking at my pictures? I see you, or, you know, stalking me or whatever. Okay, that's cute. All right, so I'm gonna pull one more card actually. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's see what the mutual energy is. Oh my god, this is the Tower. Okay. So I do feel like both of you, okay, both the feminine and the masculine, okay, I'm included in this, they're being very emotionally triggered right now. And what I feel like for a lot of you is some of you are being protected when it comes to um, each other, okay? Because when you're in this type of energy, it's so explosive. It's Mars energy. It's like war, okay? And it's like you just want to spill out, you know, everything that is like bothering you. And it's like, rare, you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. And you don't want to, some of you, okay, this is what I want to say. For those of you who have been in a connection that was like always communication was a problem, you might be fighting now with one another. And if you're talking now, then you're supposed to be talking, because you need to let out your, you know, your honest feelings, your honest emotions, and it might be through a fight, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with arguing, guys. But for some of you, what I feel is that whoever's in the ego, okay, like really deep in the ego, where they blame the other person for their misdoings. Yep, there's people like that. You are being protected from this person, okay? I just want to let you know, even if you want to talk to them, you're just like, well, I just want to see them, or I miss them. Of course, that's perfectly natural, okay? But spirit, like I said, spirit sometimes like cuts it off for you, okay? Because it's like that kind of energy just goes in circles, is what spirit is saying. It goes in circles, okay? That fighting energy just goes in circles. So one person gets hurt, hurts the other person, blames the other person, mean things are said. and it just like gets explosive, okay, is what Spirit is saying. So that's why some of you are being blocked right now from communication through your person too, okay? So sometimes your person might want to reach out to you, and Spirit's like, nuh-uh, you're not reaching out to them. I'm getting this. Okay. They're being really funny today. I love it, actually. I love it. I need a good laugh. Okay. So, going back to the dark and light here, guys. Okay. Going back to the beginning of this beautiful creation universe, okay, started with the dark. What they're saying here is that you can't shine without the dark. You need the dark. So imagine, okay, not imagine, but just for your information, for those of you who don't know, okay, this universe was dark. It was all dark, pitch dark, right? And depending on your belief or whatever, the universe was created. They said, let there be light, okay? That was the first thing that was said. Let there be light, okay? So another example is the stars. Can you see the stars without the sun? I mean, without it being dark outside? No. Can you see the moon? Sometimes we see the moon during daytime in the summer. Like now, sometimes you can see the moon when it's the sky is blue and it's daylight out. But do you see the moon and its full illumination of the beauty of the light? No, you don't. And that has to do with the darkness. So this has to be together, working together. Okay, I hope you guys understand what I mean. And this also has to do with feminine and masculine balance within each one of us. And again, it also has to do with the Kundalini energy. Okay, so the light and the dark needs to work together in unison, is what Spirit is saying. And that's for all of your highest and best. All of our highest and best, I should say. Okay, so that's what it's about. Okay, there's nothing wrong when you accept and honor both your dark and light. That's when you reach bliss. That's just bliss right there. Okay, balance, content, harmony. Okay, because they're supposed to be together. That's just the universe, how it was created. So of course that's what you need to create in your environment, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, I'm gonna pull Spirit Oracle. Wow, that was powerful. Yep. Also, another example they're giving me, right? The moon is the feminine energy, the sun is the masculine energy, right? Even the sun. So just another comparison. This doesn't have to do with light or dark, but it has to do with color, like what color is against, right? This has to do with the sun when it's shining during the day, right? It's against blue. It's not like that in other hemispheres or in other dimensions. Okay, color doesn't look the same. And I've been in the ether, so I'm telling you, color does not look the same. Color here has to do with like what you're putting against what. It's how it works together. So that's what it is. It's about togetherness. It's about union of the light and the dark, okay? So let's see what Spirit wants to know for my feminine and masculines. Okay, sorry guys. I'm going to do it like this because these cards are slippery. So, stop. Okay, sacred knowledge. Ancient and sacred knowledge is waiting within the heart of the earth, yearning to be discovered. Crystals hold the key. Connect energetically with the earth and her crystal realm. Healing, love, and abundance result. I use so many crystals, guys. I hope you all do too. And connect to earth, Mother Earth, okay? Gaia, call it what you will. This really helps you stay grounded and balanced, okay? And also helps your healing. So I hope that a lot of you, okay, so energies are infused like through spirit. So what you can do is you can charge your crystals. Okay, this is an amethyst. You can charge your crystals. I have so many. You could charge your crystals with like the moon energy or the sun energy, whatever you like. You can incense them, put your energy in it however you want. But that really helps with your healing too. I just want to let you know. Oh, and the other thing, they're giving me an example of what I do sometimes is that certain crystals you could align on certain energy centers of your body, your chakra systems, and you can heal yourself that way too, okay? Depending on what energy center, chakra you need help with. Especially for those of you, I'm getting pain. So whoever's feeling pain in certain areas, crystals will help you, okay? Just do your research and look it up. I don't have time to go into that right now. Let's see, one more message for my feminines and masculines. Passion. Love, sexual energy, passions, arouse, vital force, kundalini. Like I said, kundalini. The sun, giver of life, strength, a gift. New infusion of energy, something beyond your control. Surrender. I'm going to put this card down for a minute because it's YouTube won't like it. But this has a lot to do with passions coming out. This doesn't have to necessarily be with your romantic person. This can be in general, like passionate about your career, about your job, about your home, about a project, about your creativity, learning, whatever it is, inspiration. Exactly. Some of you are getting inspired. I'm sorry. Expired. Your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. Expect miracles, guys. When you reawaken your passion, trust me, like everything shifts, okay? Renewal. Rest, switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you a world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and sense of purpose. So I think some of you need to really take a break, get away, go on vacation, just like even a couple days, whatnot. Just switch off your mind. Some of you need to really go visit a body of water, is what I'm getting. The other thing I'm getting also is this is Kundalini energy. I'm not going to convince anybody to do that, but look into it, do your research, and base what you feel with your intuition, okay? I feel like I'm connecting to some people here that they have a lot of stuck energy, and it's because the Kundalini wants to awaken, but is having trouble to do so, is what I just got. And sometimes it gives you really bad symptoms, okay? If your Kundalini is like trying to move through your system, okay? It gives you really unpleasant symptoms, okay? Just research that, guys. There's things I can't talk about here on YouTube. Notes from the universe. I'm going to pull a card here. All right. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. These are my fun cards. I love them. Hold on. Okay. So. I love this. No two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. Okay? Comparisons are odious because they presume all other things are equal, which is never the case. Between me and you, the universe. So this is very true. Okay? Don't compare whoever you love to somebody else who was from your past. Okay? That is not fair. There's no people on this planet that are exactly the same. That is the beauty of creation, okay? So really don't do that, because when you do that, you're just getting farther from alignment. Okay. So is what Spirit is saying. Love in spite of it all. Before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, the wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, and the first to remember that it all began with a dare. To love in spite of it all. Okay, so one more. They want the bottom one. What would love do? Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. P.S. The legend of Bigfoot continues. I love this card. I always get it. Okay, so yeah, you've left imprints on your person. Okay, loving imprints on your person. Okay, regardless of whatever's going on. Yeah. Okay. So, my soul lovers, I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to like this video if you've been helped by it in any way. Subscribe if you already have it, and turn on that notification button. I wish you all the best. We have a new moon coming up, new energy, a chance to have new loving energy. So work on the full moon energy, guys, is what Spirit is saying. You have all the resources you need, okay? You just have to take that first step, is what they said, to manifest what you want, okay? I'm sending you all energy hugs, and peace out. Bye.